Hello and welcome to Clay to Canopy, the show where I attempt to make just about everything from the ground up. In today's episode, I am going to be showing you how to make a no-sew fabric wreath. This no-sew fabric wreath. Step 1. Obtain a foam floral wreath. Step 2. Spray one side of your foam with some spray adhesive. Spray adhesive is ridiculously messy, so use some plastic drop cloth for easy cleanup. Place your foam with the adhesive side down on your chosen fabric. Make sure that you are placing it down on the wrong side of the fabric. Try to work quickly because some spray adhesives will eat through your foam. Ironing is not necessary. As long as you apply some pressure and smooth out as you're working, you'll be totally fine. Step 4. Using a pair of fabric scissors, cut around the edge of the foam. Don't leave any extra and don't worry if it's a bit jagged. We'll fix that in a little bit. For the center, I cut a slit with a utility knife large enough to get my scissors through, and then I trimmed around the inside edge. Once you've completed these steps, go ahead and repeat this for the back side of your foam. Next, measure the width of the foam sides and cut out a strip of fabric to match. Attach with spray adhesive and set aside to dry according to the adhesive dry time. For step 6, you're going to need some twill tape, but you could also use bias tape or ribbon. I'm using 3/4 inch twill, but the thickness is really a personal preference. You just want to be sure that there's enough to cover the rough edges of your fabric. Using some tacky glue, apply the tape along the edges of your wreath. This will hide the jagged edges and give your decor a finished look. Since tacky glue can take a while to set, I'm using large plastic headed pins to hold the tape in place. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Once the glue dries, go ahead and remove those pins. I was able to find these witch's brooms at the 99-cent store, but they had these cheesy twist ties on them. So I removed the twist ties and applied these plastic leaf and pumpkins to hold the ribbon down instead. Before heading to your craft store, check out your dollar store first because they have tons of cool things you can add to your wreaths. To attach my objects, I use a bit of hot glue. I really tried to avoid using hot glue when I applied the fabric and twill tape because sometimes the weather can make your hot glue shrink and your objects fall off. This is something I really wanted to avoid with the fabric, but sometimes I actually don't mind that when it comes to these smaller objects that are getting applied on top. Because as long as you can get a full season out of them, if they are a little bit easier to remove, you could always change out your decor and your theming. If you are looking for a less permanent solution, you could also use your pins here and just tack them on, as long as whatever you're using is a soft enough material to drive a pin through. I dub thee the 3 broomsticks. To add a bit of extra flair, the last thing I did was to apply this decorative mesh to the outside edges. T-pins became my best friend after the hot glue decided not to stick. Alright you guys, my wreath is finished. That is all I have for you. If you have not done so already, please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.